Hi, Kerry. This is Phyllis from the Mommy Mentor. I was just going over your book the other day with my mom. You are the author of How to Have Your Second Child First, 100 Things That Are Good to Know the First Time Around. And my mother was over, and she was thumbing through your book and noticed that there were some really good ideas that she wished that she had known when she was expecting myself and my brother.
Oh, that's great.
I thought it was really cute how she was coming up with all these, really neat little things. She's like, "Oh, I could have done that with you." So it was really funny
awesome.
to watch her get so involved with your book, 30, 40 something odd years later.
That makes me happy.
But I wanted to ask you, what inspired you to write the book? Were there any defining moments that you had as a first-time or second-time parent that made you think, oh, my gosh, I need to share this with other parents as well?
Yes, that's a great question. There was a defining moment, and that was my husband and I had joined a parents group when our first was a brand new newborn, and we're still friends with all of them 5 years later. And about a year ago, we all got together. Most people have had their second at this point. And you would ask your friend, ask my friend Stacy, so, how's everything going? And she talked and talked and talked about what was going on with her first one and all the worries that she had about what her first one was going through. And then I said, and how's the baby? And she's, oh, he's fine. and I realized that as we were all getting together, we were all still, really focused on this whatever new stage our first kids were in, and we were really letting our second kids just, were along for the ride and doing fine, and we didn't have any big complaints or worries about them. And I realized what a universal experience that is, and while I know that there's no substitute for experience, and you can't be an experienced parent, right out of the gate. But what I'm hoping is by collecting all these things that all these second-time parents wish they had known or wish someone had told them, that, new parents or expecting parents out there will read some of this and some of it will sink in.
Definitely. And I love how your book is laid out. It's very easy to read and navigate through.
Important for tired eyes.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could just turn the page and be like, oh, yeah.
Yep, you can flip through it, have it by the bed. Absolutely.
And it's fun to just kind of, turn the page and be like, oh, yeah, I've done that before. And I noticed on a couple of them, I have my couple of favorites. The one of mine is your number 16, where there's no need to tiptoe around your baby. And that was one of my biggest things. Even as a first-time parent, I made sure that I made a lot of noise all the time.
Oh, you did? Good for you.
Oh, yes, because we're such a loud family to begin with that I could not see myself even tiptoeing anywhere.
That's great. Tell your friends. I have friends that actually disconnected their doorbell. I mean, it was so sacred that the baby, have total quiet. And not only does that make the baby maybe less adaptable to sleeping in other places and other environments, but it also sort of handcuffs you from living your life, during those hours when they're sleeping. I mean, of course, hopefully you're napping some of that time too, but, if you want to run the vacuum or have friends over, you should feel free to do that.
Now, what are some of your favorite tips and time savers for new parents?
Well, one of my favorites is if your baby is on bottles, try to just give them the bottle straight out of the fridge. I get a lot of questions about this one. There's absolutely nothing wrong with giving your baby a cold bottle, and if they'll take it, you have saved yourself so much time and effort, and it also makes it so much easier to give them a bottle. If you're stuck in traffic or you're in a hotel or or a restaurant, you don't have to worry about how you're going to heat up that bottle. So I would really advise trying that. I'm all about starting with the simplest thing for you and then complicating it if you need to. So that's one. My laundry tip is wash all of your family's clothes together. The whole separating out your baby's laundry, that goes out the window when you have your second child. And you might as well start with the first one. I love All Free Clear because I can use it for the baby stuff and the whole family. And then you're saving yourself money and another load of laundry. You're going to be doing enough laundry in your life. You don't need to do any more.
That is true. That is true, especially after you add, your second and then your third. And then you realize you have 5 people's laundry to take care of.
Oh, I know.
Very time-consuming.
I know. I also like the tip of just keeping a little emergency box in the trunk of your car. If you have kids, you might already have this. But for a first-time parent, keeping a change of outfit for the baby, a few diapers, a change of shirt for you, and a pacifier or a bottle if they're using those things. Just keep that in the trunk of your car, because the day will come, and it's probably not far away, when you open your diaper bag at a restaurant or a friend's house and you've got everything in there but the diaper, or the outfit you swore you put in there is not there. So that's a little insurance policy in the trunk of your car.
Yes, or you run to the store and you take the little diaper bag.
Right.
And you don't have an outfit in there, and then all of a sudden your baby has an accident, and then you have to go and buy one.
You sound like maybe you've done this before.
Oh, just a few times.
Well, and these are the things, besides the 100 things in the book, we have tons of quotes and tips from other parents of really specific, little bits of advice like that. And I'm really excited that with the launch of my book, I'm also partnering with All Free Clear to create an online forum for moms to share information and tips, and advice from my book will be there. And that's at facebook.com/alllaundry. And I would love it. I would love it if people came on and gave me those great bits of information.
Oh, absolutely. After 3 children, I have lots of information.
I know. I'm going to watch for you to put up your best time saver tips.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
And this is for your book. What do you feel is the ultimate message to new parents? The overall must-have important message for all new parents to go through.
That's, the overarching thing is relax. It's easier said than done. But anything that you can do to help yourself relax will make you a happier parent, a more adaptable parent, able to take what comes your way. If you can just find a way to breathe and relax through it. And a big part of that, I think, is asking for help. And I would love it if the new moms out there would, don't try and be a hero and pretend that you always have it all together. Ask for a little bit of help so that you can have a little downtime. And you'll be happier for it.
Yes, everybody around you will be happier if you ask for help.
Yes, including your baby.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking the time to answer some of our questions.
Absolutely.
We will put all the information on how you can get a copy of Kerry's book, How to Have Your Second Child First, 100 Things That Are Good to Know the First Time Around. We'll put all the information up on our website, and you can go to Facebook /all-laundry and get some information about the community and parenting tips from there as well.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kerry.